Everyone, welcome to West Ham Fan TV's post-match Pint show, the only post-match fallout show on the internet.
I've got to bang the table.
That's Nicky's thing. We just finished watching the FA Cup third round tie, Shrewsbury Town versus West Ham United.
Nicky and Ryan are up there.
Yeah, Nicky and Ryan are there watching the game. Well,
the poor buggers.
Watched it.
Basking in the sunshine by the looks of it.
Yeah, he sent us a picture of the view. And
he weren't clever, but Dan, touch for the starting lineup.
I am in your seat, innit? Let me do my best. Joe Artington. Try and go back. You had Masuaku was left wing back, wasn't he? Was he left wing back?
Yeah, Masuaku left wing, yeah.
We had three there. You had Rice, Reed and Burke, thing at the back.
No. Burke was right wing, Ogbonna was in the centre.
Oh no, Burke was right wing back, wasn't he? It was Rice, Reed and Ogbonna.
That's it.
Yeah, that was it. Cullen, I think, was left wing.
No, Cullen was centre mid.
No, he was on the
Scott,
wing.
why don't you just do it? Why don't you just do it?
This is why he's the lineup guy, right?
Same system as normal, three at the back and the five.
Except he does get it wrong sometimes.
Very rarely, very rarely. Right, so Joe Hart in goal.
Yeah.
Reed, Ogbonna and Reed.
Yes.
It wasn't Rice. Reed, Ogbonna and Rice in the centre. Masuaku on the left, Burke on the right, Cullen, Obiang and Cech in the middle with Chicharito and Ayew playing the further forward.
Yeah.
That is it. Yeah.
Wow, I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Bogged it out there, didn't I? Yeah. But yeah, no, it weren't the best of games.
Yeah, and I think the bench was just, the rest was youngsters. So
Adrian was the only first team player on the bench.
We'll just leave it there. Yeah, thanks for joining us.
It was.
It weren't great, was it?
No, it was a poor game. Very, very poor game.
I mean, I'll be honest. Shrewsbury played well, I thought.
What times it was hard to work out who was the Premier League team and who was the League One side.
Yeah. Shrewsbury played well. They certainly outpassed us anyway.
Yeah. We weren't really looking to pass, were we? We were just lumping it up there.
I don't. First half, I don't remember us putting 3 passes together. To be honest with you.
Yeah, well, it was. We had one shot in the first half, one attempt on goal in the first half.
Bit of a scuffer from Ayew, wasn't it? That's getting ahead of ourselves anyway.
But no, look, there was not much really happening in the first half from a West Ham point of view.
Joe Hart put a hat on.
Someone in the crowd gave Joe Hart a hat.
Hat.
It's probably the most entertaining thing from a West Ham point of view in the game. Shrewsbury played really well. They got the ball down, tried to pass it. They put themselves about a lot, didn't they?
They wanted it more.
They were bang up for it.
They battled for it a lot harder than we. They wanted more. Their crowd were up for it.
With the starting 11, do you think it was the right thing to do?
To be fair, that's a fairly strong side.
I was happy with the starting 11. I was definitely happy with the starting. It was just how we.
Was you expecting more changes, more youngsters being in the starting 11?
No, I didn't think he'd make wholesale.
Yeah. I didn't want to see
I think it's like 2 or 3.
Another Nottingham Forest situation.
Yeah, who did it?
Yeah,
which I think is what a lot of people were worried about.
Yeah.
But I think he done it right way. Sort of 2 or 3 in with the. I think it was regulars.
The right mix of youngsters and experience.
And as it turned out, 3 youngsters were our best players. I thought.
Yeah, they played well, but Burke was a little bit shaky. But he was playing sort of right wing, which he ain't. It's not his natural position. First half. To be fair, first half no one stood out. Ayew was absolutely awful. Hernandez did nothing.
But I mean,
to be fair, I didn't even know.
Sailing over the head most of the time.
I didn't even know Cech was playing in the game until someone mentioned it halfway through the second half. He was absolute dog shit.
He put a few tackles in the first half. I think he got progressively worse as the game went on.
It's just pointless in playing. Before we started filming, Charlie showed us a video of them on the attack, him running backwards, and then he just stops running.
Just watches him
he
go.
lets the player go past him.
What's the problem? If you don't want to be at the club, then just don't be there. Stop picking him. Moyes is one of these that turned around and said, if you don't run, you don't play. How's he still getting picked?
Yeah.
I mean, we just looked a yard slower than Shrewsbury all over the pitch. Really.
I mean, granted, we did that just come and have 2 games in 2 days, basically, or 3 days, with West Brom and the Spurs game. So you can see some players would be tired, but it just shows how thin our squad is. That we don't have them senior players who haven't really been playing to come in. We've got a lot of injuries. So
probably when you look at the players that were rested, Zaba's been rested. I don't think he's injured. You know, it's just a case of we can't keep
Nah.
playing him and playing him and playing him.
He's playing every game, isn't he? So far.
Near enough every game.
Yeah, but this is the thing. This is why, to me, we need a right back, because we can't rely on Byron, because he's always injured. Like every season since we've got him, he's been injured most of the season.
He's not the only one though. There's many a player out there who keeps getting injured.
Yeah, that seems to be West Ham all over, doesn't it? Like all the time, and it's just frustrating. And there were certain players on the bench. I think a lot of people were calling for Martinez to come on a lot earlier, and I was surprised he did bring him on. Like, you know,
see, the thing is, when we watched the game, and as we said at half time in the video you did, we're playing with 2 5-foot-something strikers. You know, Shrewsbury's defenders look, all 4 of them look units. Yeah. You know, and we're pumping long balls, and we're meant to be a Premier League quality side. You know, and today we didn't look that.
So what, is Carroll injured again? Because I'm sure, I think I heard David Moyes say something before the Tottenham game. Obviously he came on later on in the Tottenham game, but I don't think he's fully fit. But
it might be. Look, at the end of the day,
unless he's like, he might have thought, we've got enough in the squad to rest him this week.
Not disrespecting Shrewsbury, but that side that we put out should be good enough to beat a League One team.
But I think we played more to sort of what Carroll's strengths would be.
Oh yeah, totally.
Better off having him on the pitch.
You know, and it just shows how bad we actually are at the minute. In that sense, you know, we've got a small set of players. You know, as I said, Ayew, Hernandez, Cullen, Obiang. They're not tall players.
Yeah,
they're players, especially Cullen. He's a player who wants to get the ball on the floor and start knocking it around, and we didn't do that. Oh yeah, Shrewsbury probably didn't let us from the offset. Shrewsbury were on us every touch. You know, they were chasing everything, and they wanted to win. They smelt blood.
Yeah,
you know, and that's
why it was on the BBC, because everyone was expecting an upset. So,
you know, the quality that we have as a Premier League side, we should be able to cope with that.
Yeah,
you know, we should be able to get the ball, but we look panicky at the back. You know, it's just no one looked comfortable out there in that first half for me.
I mean, you know, they had a couple of decent opportunities first half. Joe Hart made a couple of good saves, didn't he?
Yeah, a couple of times. Players, you know, not picking up the runners, letting players go past them too easily, and as you said, Hart pulled off two decent saves. Saves that he should have made. Let's be fair, they weren't anything spectacular, but they were good saves.
But he didn't. He pushed it out of the danger zone. Kept it away from their players following in. Yeah,
you could see like that with some of our players. There was an issue in terms of not really having played together before, and this lack of communication with passing and things like that, and not just really being able to read what each other's doing. I mean, you look at Burke's been at Bolton
playing centre half.
Bolton, Cullen. You know,
he hasn't even been in the Bolton side. You know, he started there, but he's been on the bench, and it's hard for them two coming into the side to perform. As I said, especially Burt playing out of position. Yeah. You know, he's a centre half, and he's all season. That's roughly he's been floating between there and right back for Bolton. You know, and good for Moyes calling him back and putting him in the side, but you know, it's a bit of a risk playing someone out of position in my mind.
Yeah,
but we haven't got no one else to play out there.
No.
I mean, in the second half, I thought we'd come out and sort of change our play a bit and change our sort of tactics a bit, and then we'd switch it up a bit, and that first half would have kicked us up the arse a bit. But
yeah, I mean, like I said, there was a spell towards the end of the first half where we just couldn't clear the ball, could we?
Yeah.
No, kept coming straight back.
And,
it was hanging on a bit, really.
Yeah, there was a stat that we had 4 touches in their box the whole game, 94 minutes. We had 4 touches in their box, which is, against the League One side. Yeah. And I think it was something like 3 attempts or something, 3 shots.
To be fair, look, we've all been there before. We've all seen us get beat by lower league opposition. But to be fair, I've seen us play a lot better and lose to League One sides, that type of thing.
I mean, a couple of seasons ago, we probably lost that.
Yeah, it's the way things have been going this season. I'm surprised we did.
Yeah, but like, sometimes that happens in the cup. When you see yourself go so negative against a League One side and not come out of anything, it's just shit to watch. You know, I really didn't want to see a draw. I didn't want to see a replay. That's the last.
You just want to go in on Wednesday night and watch a replay.
Do you know what it is? Because it's like we're having trouble as it is. We've got a thin squad as it is. We've got injuries, and replay is disastrous for us, especially if we don't make any signings or enough signings. that could really hurt us.
To be fair, that's why we didn't perform in the League Cup game.
Yeah.
So that we didn't have that fixture congestion. Now we just added ourselves another game.
What wound me up was that was a quarter final against Arsenal, and Arsenal side who weren't really up for it. If we was up for that, then you get to the semi and then the final. Whereas this, you can see this as the third round. Now we've got third round replay, and then we could get to
the thing is now for me is that with the replay, I know we ain't gone into the second half, but with the replay, the pressure's now on us not to lose. Because it's. As I said, it's a game we didn't want. Yeah. But it's a game now with a replay that we've got to go out there and perform. We've got to put performance in after that, what we saw today.
Definitely. I'm really not up for the FA Cup this year in terms of I don't feel like Moyes is really going to go for it. I just don't feel like we are really going to go on that run.
But the thing is, these games like this are games that you want to keep the momentum going.
It builds confidence.
Win against West Brom. Good point against Spurs. Yeah, you go into this game, bit of confidence, get a win, you take that into the next game. Winning breeds confidence, and we saw that when we got the defeat to Arsenal in the Cup, went out in the next game against Newcastle and got beat. Because you spoil that run. Right, we haven't lost, but the performance wasn't good enough. The performance wasn't up to standard of what it should be, and you can't have that attitude. You need to go out there to try and win every game. And today, it just to me looked like that certain players weren't interested, the tactics were wrong, and it's a game that none of them wanted to play, apart from the youngsters.
No, it's just like we just didn't match them at all for intensity. We looked lethargic all over the pitch.
And we can't sit there and say it's because of the fixture pile-up. This fixture pile-up, this period over Christmas happens every year.
Yeah, but I mean,
Spurs had the same thing. Spurs had the same amount of games as we did.
Shrewsbury have played more games than we have by this stage of the season. They look a lot fresher than we did.
Yeah.
But with Spurs, their squad depth is a lot better.
Yeah, their squad depth is a lot better. But it's you can't keep using the excuse of these games one after another because every team has it. You've got if we had beaten Arsenal in the League Cup, we'd be playing again on Tuesday/Wednesday. It's not an excuse anymore for me. No. But I get why they've rested. Don't get me wrong, I get why they rested players, especially someone like Zabra who's played a lot of games. But as again, no disrespect, League One side, we should be fitter, even though we had played in midweek. We should be able to compete. It's not like we've played them on a Saturday; we've played them on the Sunday. It just looked for me a game that they weren't interested. But 0-0 half time, worse side in my mind. Shrewsbury were a much better side. Like you said, look more up for it.
I'm saying their passing was so much better than ours as well. But
was you expecting changes at half time?
I don't know. I thought he might have taken Ayew off after he took that whack on the head because he looked a bit.
Yeah, he was a bit.
He looked a bit groggy, didn't he? After that, so I thought he may have taken him off at half time. But
I thought we'd just come out a bit different. I didn't think we'd change any players. I thought we'd just change.
So we might have got him in, give him a rollick in.
Maybe change.
To be honest, I thought
their finger out.
I'm with you. I was surprised Ayew carried on.
Well, it looked like Hernandez was going to come off. He looked like he'd really done his knee in.
He went.
Yeah, because he went
down the wall.
I think he jarred it. Earlier in the first half.
Really bizarre that their fans were sort of booing him after that. Like, a bit of a whack.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what they thought he was time wasting. I mean, if we're time wasting against
time wasting in the first half. That makes sense.
That would be worrying if we was.
But second half.
Come out second half.
Bit better, weren't we? Not a lot better. We was a bit better. They were still the better side overall. But
started getting Cullen on the ball a bit more.
Yeah. He actually looked like the only player in that side. Him and Obiang wanted to get the ball down and start playing, not the ball around. As I said, check. Absolutely nanked again in the second half until he went and did he go centre back in the end?
Goal saving tackle. Near the end, but we'll get on to that in a bit.
But he's just.
Obiang, there was that moment when he was outside the box, wasn't it? And he was like,
we're in a similar position as well.
And then it just goes right wide, right sort of low and wide.
So I said we didn't. There's not a lot in this game from our point of view to talk about because we didn't do a lot.
It was a boring game, and it feels boring to really talk about it. There was just a few shining lights in terms of seeing Cullen.
Rice had a good game.
Rice,
he looks alright.
I really think that we should keep sort of persisting with Rice and it's going to bring confidence, and you can tell he's well up for it.
Well, the thing with Reed now going off injured, you don't know how bad that injury is. Yeah. Rice is going to have to start centre half.
Well, I think it was when later on in the game when he hit a long free kick downfield. Like he pretty much pulled up straight away.
Yeah.
Hit the ball. So
yeah. I mean, I love Winston Reid to bits, but he does get injured a lot.
His injury record is terrible. I think, like Ryan's mentioned it before. He gets injured so many times.
Yeah. Do you know what? I suppose why he goes under the radar, because his injuries aren't that lengthy. They're just more often.
Yeah.
He's had a couple of sort of long-term ones, but it's typical West Ham, and let's be honest, with the injuries that we keep getting to key players as well. When it said Rice played well, I thought Burke did all right. A few things he got wrong a couple of times. Cullen, as I said, out of the three youngsters, I thought Cullen was better of the three.
Yeah, Queener came on.
Didn't do much.
Yeah, he didn't do much.
Mind you, it was like the game, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like I said, I want to see more of Queener. I want to see.
Well, Martinez come on for Hernandez.
Yeah, Martinez.
So you managed to play 90 minutes.
Yeah, you weren't happy about that.
Still scratching my head how he lasted past half time, to be honest.
No, but the thing
he
is,
offered nothing.
You even said it as well, didn't you?
At
half time, he's going, right, I'm taking bets now. When he going, needs to come off, so who'll take Hernandez off?
I told you, didn't I? I told you 70 minutes. Martinez had come on, and it'd be Hernandez who goes off, and it was. And look, Martinez, Hernandez didn't do much.
Yeah, I think Ayew done more than Hernandez. Ayew got himself about more. He was chasing balls.
He was running more.
Yeah,
but that's about it.
I don't know. He just looked like he'd been knocked for six after that clash of heads. He just didn't seem quite with it after that. Even though he was still doing a lot of running, but
in my mind, he didn't seem quite with it beforehand. But that's my opinion.
But it was good to see Martinez get out there. Obviously, people wonder if he was thinking he was going to get the winner and stuff like that. But
he didn't.
He didn't do enough to get.
But it's not even that he didn't get the ball.
Yeah.
You're bringing on a young lad who's playing well for the under 23s, and from what I've seen in under 23s, they knock the ball around quite well. Again, you're putting a sort of pacey, slimline striker up against defenders that
6 foot plus.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's hard to really talk about the strikers in that way when we didn't really create hardly any chances at all.
So even when we dig it down the other end, like when Masuaku, who made a couple of runs down the wing, there's no one in the box.
No. Typical.
I've seen that so many times. A player that gets down there and there's no one down there. We don't seem to run and get forward as a team.
To me, it seems we avoid the confidence that the player's actually going to make it into the box or make it past the player to put the cross in.
Yeah.
It's just. I just think Moyes has got the team set up the way he wants them set up. It works well when you're playing the big teams, but we shouldn't be playing that formation against League One sides.
Oh yeah,
it should be 4-4-2.
We see it against like Bournemouth. Do you know what I mean? Still playing that way.
Yeah, this is a game that he could have afforded to experiment.
Yeah,
with a system. Play 4-4-2. You got the players there to play the system. You could have gone on Bonner, Reid, Burt right back, Rice left back, Masuaku left wing. And had Cullen and Obiang in the middle. What's his name? You could have put on the right, the youngster, Aksavanovic. Could have put him on the right. A good. The cup game that he played in, he looked quite good. And then you could have had Ayew and Hernandez up top as well. So you've still got that. You've got that mixture of youth. A system that 4-4-2, everyone knows how to play 4-4-2.
Yeah.
And
it's a bit
it's
a bit embarrassing playing like that against the League One side. It's so negative. It is like it was just the whole game was like you said. It's embarrassing. You're setting out defensively, and then you're playing long ball up to 5'0" strikers.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. Like Moyes has said, he wants to play attacking football. He wants to play good football. But he said, obviously, we've got to sort our position in the league.
This was the game. If you want to play attacking football, you want to start getting the ball down on the deck. This was the game to do. Again, Shrewsbury, as we said, bang up for it. They were on us every time. They may not have let us play football, but if we'd gone on out there and tried,
it would have made a difference. To be fair to Shrewsbury, they didn't allow us to play, but it looked like at times we weren't even trying.
So looking at the replay, do you go and play a strong team?
Yeah, you got to. I said we can't afford to play a weakened side.
What youngsters would you keep in the team from today?
Keep Cullen in there.
Yeah, I think he done enough.
Do you reckon maybe start Martinez up there with someone?
You've got to go for the win. We've got to win it. We can't afford to lose that game now, in my mind.
Rice, obviously.
Yeah, well, as I said, Rice now, you don't look at him so much as a youngster because he's been in and about the first team all season.
Yeah.
You know, he's played quite well. He's, he starts. Be good to see him starting the centre back. You know, in his natural position instead of a makeshift.
I remember you think, like you say, they dropped Chet back in there today, didn't they?
Yeah,
After,
yeah.
You know, he'd been about as much use as brake lights on a torpedo in the middle.
Thing is, though,
but he looked a lot. A lot better. At
we said this the
back,
other day, didn't we? He looks better as a centre half than he does as a centre midfielder.
He just don't want to play there. That's the problem. Last season when he played there, he was brilliant.
Yeah,
right. But he just don't want to play there.
No, he hasn't. Let's be honest. He hasn't
likes
done
to
nothing.
go forward, doesn't he?
But he hasn't done nothing this season to warrant him starting in the centre midfield.
He's, like I say, last few games he's been
non-existent.
He should definitely be dropped.
He looked better. I mean, made that game saving.
Well, yeah,
challenge
that was
end.
what was it? Was it our free kick or our corner? Anyone?
Yeah,
is it our free kick or corner?
That we give the ball away from? Is it a free kick?
Free kick, yeah. So it was our free kick. Got it into the box. They're broke, and I don't even think it. You sure it weren't O'Bonner? I'm sure it was O'Bonner and Cullen who made the challenge. Yeah, I'm sure it was O'Bonner and Cullen.
I remember Keato making a crucial challenge.
I think Cullen was there as well, because if you watch it, both of them I swear it was O'Bonner. But
Chet made the first one, then
then Cullen afterwards. Oh, there you go then. So so he did do something in the game.
Honestly, I think. Well, I don't think we should spend much longer analysing the game itself.
I think that's about.
It was about all we can stand.
I mean, they had the chance to go blazed over near the end, didn't they? Which I don't know. We all thought it'd run out of play.
Yeah, Cullen's tried to shield it out. He hasn't done
it.
It
wasn't really clear whether it had gone out of play or not.
It didn't look like it had gone out of play, but still, we should have made sure of it. You know,
understand
exactly. He said, do you know what I had visions of then, right, when that happened? When Andy Carroll tried to do the turn against and messed it all up.
Turn in his own box,
yeah. So, but yeah, they had that chance. I'm struggling to remember whether Hart had to make a save in the second half. I know their keeper didn't.
No, I don't. He didn't make a save.
They had quite a few chances where they sort of got, and there was like only two defenders there, but they took too many touches or whatever.
I was getting the ball in the box a lot. I don't remember there being anything clear cut. By that one, so we tried to run the ball out, and the bloke, he just got under it, didn't he? And blazed it over. Thank God.
Said the replay's not going to be easy.
No, not at all.
They're going to be up for it. They're going to be happy with the payment they're going to get for that game. So they'll be up for that one.
Yeah. And that's going to be interesting now, looking at our next game against Huddersfield, right? If we play this negative, sit back, soak up pressure, long ball stuff that we seem to be playing lately, as a game where you think we could go for it a bit more.
To be fair, I thought we tried to play long ball more today than we have previously. I didn't watch the Tottenham game, so I didn't.
Oh, you didn't see it? Yeah.
No, I didn't get to see it. So the bit that I did see, you know, it was back against the walls at the time. But even then, we looked to try and play a bit more football. You know, it wasn't just, from what I saw, the part of the game that I saw, it wasn't just all hoof it long to.
No, well, there was a few against Spurs. There was a few sort of long, but we spent most of the time in our own half, especially first half defending. That Obiang shot goal was the first shot.
But the last 20 minutes, I opened up a bit, didn't it?
Oh yeah. But the thing is, I didn't mind that because I understood it. And we actually defended really well. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? In that, and you think, right, the attacking power that they've got in Son and Kane, and you know, we just put 3-4 players on him, you know, and stuff like that. And that's what people are saying is you know, of course Moyes is going to play like that, and people are saying, what happened to the West Ham way? We're in a relegation battle. This is Moyes' last chance to save his career, you know.
Oh, yeah,
we're not going to take no risks. No. That's the thing, like, it was because usually against Spurs, that's the game we really go for it. We put them under pressure and we have loads of shots. But I just think at this point, it's like, take no chances and stuff like that. And I
think his remit is keeps in the Premier League. So he's doing everything.
Look, at the end of the day, that's where he gets his bonus. That's his job, and he's come in to say, right,
this is basically a 6-month job interview.
Yeah, it is. It's a probation, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
No, but the thing is, even if he keeps us up and we don't keep him, he'll then be able to use this as a platform to say, well, look, I've done a good job keeping West Ham up. one of these other clubs in and around, maybe if it is a Stoke, if they don't get a permanent manager, or a Swansea or one of them, he could go to off the back of this now and show, look, if I've got decent players to work with, I can do good things. Sunderland was Sunderland.
Yeah, look, if he keeps us up, they'll keep him on. They're not going to change.
I don't know.
I'll be honest.
I don't know if I want that though. Like really, as I'll be grateful. Don't get me wrong, but I want us to start pushing forward now and getting maybe a progressive manager and getting some better players in. Yeah, you know what players are going to want to come and play for Moyes, and if we're going to keep playing this football that we're playing.
But the thing is, we need a few solid seasons where we're pushing up, and then we can start attracting.
Yeah, but we had that with Sam, and then obviously we went and got Bilic.
But that was meant to be the step forward.
Yeah.
You know, as I said to you guys, we've now reset back to when we first had Sam.
But we basically had to start again.
Yeah, of course we have. And look, at the end of the day, like I said, he weren't all our first choices. If he keeps us up, he deserves a contract because he's come in at a time when we were bloody awful. You know, we ain't a lot better now. Don't get me wrong, but we've got a system. He's sticking to it. You know, as I said, I would have liked to have seen him gone for it in this game.
You know, he's won.
You know, but he's turned the team around mentally and physically. You know, they are looking a lot fitter. You know, so that's an improvement. But
you know, we ain't done badly last 6 games. We've got 3 wins, 2 draws.
Take the Newcastle loss out. We're unbeaten in our last 8 with today. You know, so that's not. No, sorry, not 8. No, because we lost to things. So we've lost 2 in 8.
Yeah,
1-3.
Yeah,
it's the nature. I mean,
1-3 drawn 3, lost 2 now.
Yeah, so
last
I'm
8,
sure
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
obviously we've still got quite a few games to play, so we'll have to see how it goes. Because obviously, if there's a quality manager available, they're gonna go for it, surely.
This transfer window is a big window.
Yeah,
but I think that's disrespectful to Moyes already. Like, if you start talking about, if he keeps us up, we'll start looking for. I think if he keeps up, he's earned the chance to.
But that was never the idea, was it? They said keep him up, we'll give you a 6-year deal, and then we'll analyse. I don't think he should guarantee. There's so many different factors you've got to look at. Even if he does keep us up, he might keep us up by 1 point, and you know it might just be out of our control.
But he's done what he was asked to do. If it's by 1 point,
yeah, but then you've got to look at.
He's done what was asked of him.
You know, we could be. I mean, that's what I mean. You have to look at the performances for the rest of the season. You have to look at, well, all right, next season then is he?
Listen, it's far too early to turn around and say that. He needs. Yeah. It's the transfer window's now the big key. He needs to have a good transfer window. Yeah. You know, we need to get some good signings. Rumours are floating about. Carroll's on his way out. Sacco's on his way out. So if we do lose them 2 players, we need to bring another striker in. You know,
you know we're going to end up Fellaini, don't you?
I'll take it.
I'll be honest. In the position I can't stand the geezer, but the position we're in, I'd have him.
Yeah, you can't look at it in terms of how their personalities. If they can do a job, and obviously Moyes knows him well. I think I'd take him definitely, and I'd take if Chelsea wants by Carroll, I'd definitely go for that. Like, they can have him. 90 grand a week, free up a lot of wages.
He just scored 2 goals against West Brom.
Yeah, but this is the thing. People do this, it's like
Dan, you're so fickle.
Yeah, but like we have this short-term memory of Carroll, isn't it?
I'm only kidding. No, but
innit? He pops up every now and then with a couple goals, and everyone goes, "Yeah, Carroll, he's brilliant." And then he goes quiet for so long, he gets injured.
We got to see if he can go on a bit of a run now.
But we always say that, don't we?
Let's be honest. If the rumours are true, 27 million. To Chelsea, you can't knock 27 million.
If they'd be mad, but I'd say that.
Yeah, so look, this transfer window's a big window.
See, the thing
a lot of teams are going to be going in for a lot of players around who are in a similar situation to us.
This is what I always think. January's a tricky one because no one's ever going to sell you the best players in January.
No. Well, it's true. I mean, that is true. Sometimes
so you're going to be getting similar.
Look at Liverpool with Van Dijk. Obviously, I'm not saying we're like Liverpool and we can track, but Liverpool. Sometimes, if the players' heads really turned and they want to go, like I think maybe some of the Stoke players at this is a good time to test some of their.
Well, yeah, if we're if the rumours that we're after Joe Allen, are true, then this is the right time to go in for him because Hughesy's just getting a boot. Harry stayed there that long. Yeah. I don't know, but
he got him was it 3 9th place finishes in a row?
This is how weird it is. 3 9th place finishes in a row. You're not allowed to have one bad season anymore, are you?
But that's the nature of the beast with the Premier League, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you can't
rest on your laurels.
Exactly. You know, we saw that with Slav. He had that great season at the Boleyn. His second season weren't very good, and because he won them last 2 games, Sullivan went, "Well, I can't sack him now because he gave us that good season. Oh, this just might be a blip," and it turned out it weren't. You know, but
he didn't even get this was the blip, and he's gone
But the thing is, look at teams like Swansea who've changed their manager 9 times or 7 times in the past, however long.
Yeah,
you know, I'm sure Swansea have done. Someone's done
Swansea done it. Watford done it.
Watford, you can't keep chopping and changing.
Last year, like the manager, what did he get? 8th place in the cup final. And they sacked him.
Yeah, it was dire football though.
No, but now he's not doing so bad at Leicester, is he?
No, that's it.
You know, it is dire football. Then, but it's like, you know, what does Southampton expect then really to be? You know, but I think transfer win. I think Wilshere is someone. It may be a slim chance, but
he's starting to get regular football.
Yeah, but what's the harm in putting a bid in though? What's the harm like? But he hasn't signed the contract yet. You stick in the 20 million bid, right? Give him obviously promise of definitely guarantee regular first team football in our team. Obviously he's going to get.
Without fail.
You know what I mean? Decent wages. And, you know, he's got the England thing coming up. There's a chance. You've got to try it.
Yeah, there is a chance, but I just think we've missed the boat on that.
Don't get, but we should have been putting feelers out.
But that's what I'm saying. He still hasn't signed that deal with Arsenal, and that's the thing to think about. He's turned down, I think, 2 offers for them at the moment.
But it's whether the club want to go in for him. That's the thing.
I mean, if we could get that'd be.
Of course it would. Walcott's another one.
Yeah,
his contract runs out in the summer. He's another player that would, to be honest, I think he would suit the way we play.
Do you know how much they want from him? Apparently, 30 million.
What, Walcott?
For Walcott, and he's on 140 grand a week.
Yeah, we ain't.
They're off their heads. Arsenal. They want to try and sell a player, and they were putting that price tag on a player who's on that wage who ain't even started.
Who's got 6 months left of his contract?
Who ain't started for you all season? They're off their heads. You know, so it's. Yeah, I think we have. There's obviously Cavallo is another player. We're talking about going back in, but you know we've got to spend the money, haven't we?
Exactly.
What's happening with Sacco? If we're selling him, then just hurry up and sell him for God's sake. Because
whether someone wants him.
Can't he go back? Because there was that French team that wanted him, weren't they?
The thing is, did they really want him? Was it just all a publicity stunt to get yourself another contract?
Maybe his agent to put out. You don't know.
Apparently, he was having a medical.
Yeah, you can't trust all these stories, you know, because agents falsify stories to get better deals for their players, things like that. You know, you've got to. You sort of got to read between the lines with it all. It's a bit weird how he went for a medical at Metz, come back, went horse racing, and then met Sullivan, and they give him another contract.
I don't think it was Metz. I think it was another team.
I swear it was. But anyway, whoever
we bought him
was,
from.
Did he?
Yeah, we bought him from Metz.
Who was he going to?
Ren.
So, you know, but...
Ren.
Ren, yeah.
Ren. All right, Ren.
Ren was in the low.
Look, at the end of the day, you know, you can't believe everything you read in the papers. Yeah, it probably was true, but it could have been just saying his agent set up to get him a better deal. You know, but at the end of the day, he's burned his bridges. Get him offloaded.
But I reckon it's one of them things they're going to wait to sell a couple of players before they buy anyone.
The problem is if we wait too long, we're not going to get anyone in.
It's doing it back. We should buy then sell, not the other way around.
They won't do it. The business needs to be done now. If he's going, same as Carroll, if they want shot, get rid of him now. So we've got 2 weeks or 2+ weeks to bring in players.
That's just
because you don't want to be selling them in the last week and then at the last minute panic buy and spending 20 million on an Andre Ayew.
But then again, look at in the way they was with Bilic in the summer, right, where they weren't sure if he was going to stay on, so they didn't really go and buy like his targets like Cavallo and stuff like that. If they're not sure, obviously Moyes is on this short-term deal. If they're not sure he's going to be the manager next season, are they going to want to spend big money on certain of his targets?
Depends what his targets are, because there's certain players that you can go out there and get that would fit into most managers' setup. Jack Wilshere. You know, if we did sign a Jack Wilshere, you can't tell me that
any manager would come.
That's
and
it.
go, right,
Do you know what I mean? So it's the same along the lines of a player like Theo Walcott or Giroud or them. Type, I know I'm just mentioning because we're just talking about Arsenal. That's why I'm mentioning them. But
Giroud,
they're players that would fit into other managers' setups.
Plans,
You know, you're not taking a gamble on a Championship player who one manager may like because he sets up this way, but then when another manager comes in who sets up a different way, he ain't going to use him.
I wouldn't mind it going for that Cenk Tosun, but I think we've got too much of it scarred from the Turkish league.
Yeah, it's a bit dodgy, isn't it?
It is a bit dodgy, but he seems like a good player. But I think it's previous buys from the Turkish league.
Yeah, look, any signing now is a gamble. Any signing now is going to be slightly overpriced.
For me,
it could happen to any player. It could be no matter who you sign, it's a gamble going to another league.
Oh, of course it is.
Another club. Yeah. I mean, look at. Even it's the same with managers. Like certain managers suit certain clubs. Mm-hmm. I mean, remember Mike Walker used to manage Norwich.
Yeah.
Brilliant with them. Got them third. Got them into Europe.
But didn't go.
Went to Everton. And he went down.
That's it. And that's what I think with Moyes. I think Moyes suits the players that we've got. His style of play suits the players we've got at the minute.
At the minute, yeah. But I just think when it comes to next season, if he does keep us up, it shouldn't be about a case of what he deserves. It should be a case about what's best for West Ham going forward. And we have to be just brutal about it and hard and say, look, we really appreciate it. Here's your 2 million. Do you know what? Take a fucking extra million. Well done, son. But Ancelotti, we're going to chuck shitloads of money. Not that we probably won't get Ancelotti, but do you know what I mean? Like if a certain calibre of a manager was available.
Has he bumped his head?
I don't know.
He said, I will give you a shitload of money.
Yeah.
You're all right.
You do know this is something to go, don't you? You know what I mean?
I know. But I'm just saying what we should be doing. Like whether they do it is another.
Exactly.
Look, the board.
As I said, that's a long way away yet. We've got a lot of games between now and the end of the season.
I just want to see us. We just want to stay up, and I don't want it to go down to the last minute and it's all nervy and we've got to rely on someone else losing it.
It's more entertaining than who's going to win the league, isn't it?
It's all every year. It seems to be. It is. I just don't want us to be involved.
No, exactly. Mid-table, nice and safe.
By in the next 2 months. Fun when someone else is
involved.
Exactly.
Yeah,
more
definitely.
Much like.
But not much else really to talk about. Is
no,
it?
not much else.
It, really.
We'll have more videos and bits talking about. We've got the transfer videos coming up and stuff.
Yes.
Like that. So that's it.
We actually going to do on the social this week.
What's on the social?
What's that? Is that a show?
Something we used to do. I think. I was leaving one of you.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But I'm waiting for equipment.
Anyway,
I'm waiting for.
Thank you very much for watching this edition of Post-Match Pint. Before we go, Dan's going to say something.
Well, I thought I might as well mention, obviously, got to give a big thanks to King Apparel for they've made us these custom
we
tops.
all have one.
They will have one, but Graham's left everyone else's round his ass.
Nick and Ryan ain't here.
So he's done a lovely job on this little custom thing. I think they're selling a version of this, maybe without the badge or whatever.
But they are very good
King
jackets.
Apparel.
Very nice jackets.
Nice.
Very nice.
Keep you warm.
And we would like to thank them very much.
Thanks for
providing them.
Big thanks to them the other night after the game. And
good lads as well.
Yeah, really big thanks to King Apparel. So check out their website and they're on all their social media. We'll put our tweet out as well. Lovely lads. And obviously we better.
This jumper. Tim Joy merch jumper.
Yeah.
Just something through on.
Yeah.
Today. We had a game today.
Yeah.
I won't
spoil the result.
Won't give it away.
But overall in the league, doing very well.
We're all right. We're third.
Moving on.
We're third at the moment. Yeah.
Maybe you might put your hat in for the old West Ham job in the season.
I don't know. Let's see.
So thank you very much for watching. That's the end of the show. Check out all our other videos. I was waiting for you to come back in again.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Do you know what I mean?
I was going to let you run with it, mate.
So Nicky and Ryan are up there filming fan cams. Knowing them two, they'll probably do a post-match reaction as well up there. So
you'll get double bubble.
Yeah, you'll hear their views as well as our views.
On the socials, but you've got to come in your ass and do.
We're
doing it.
Graham's going to do it on the social. We may see a midweek musings from Nicky. We'll have to wait and see. I'll be back with a preview for Huddersfield on Thursday. Dan will be Wednesday will be the preview. Thursday the start of the 11 show. Dan will be back on Friday. with his show,
The West Ham Week.
the West Ham Week. That's it. But yeah, thank you very much. And one thing left to say:
Come on, you Irons.